look up. Yeah, it's Lyn Hejinian. I've read some of her poetry because she died like earlier this year. What was it? I keep on forgetting to put the thing. Lyn Hejinian was a poet, essayist, translator, publisher. She's often associated with language poets. And this came out in '87, so this is like right before I went to San Francisco. And you know, I was, I mean, I always thought like the language poets. I thought she was probably like the best one in a way. But I read it now, and it's like it's way more interesting. But I used to see her read a lot with Linehan and Norma Cole, Carly Harriman, uh, Barrett Watton, some others, like because they were all living in the Bay Area in the '90s and stuff. So I remember. So this is like the first thing I've read on. No, maybe not. Green Editors like published a lot of these language poets. So she was. What else about Lyn and Jenny? This is kind of she has like the language of inquiry. She has a book on spurting deck. So she has quite a number of books. I'm guessing she was a teacher at some point. She went to Harvard. Oh, like Hejinian's like her married name. Like, okay, so that's why I was she didn't look like or Armenian or whatever. She went to Harvard in '63. Oh yeah, I know she was married. Yeah, and she was kind of seemed like she was fluent in Russian, so maybe that's why. There's Tom Mendel, Barrett Watton, Ron Sullivan, Kit Robinson, Carly Harriman, Ray Almatrout, Steve Benson, Bob Perlman. A lot of great names. Let's see. So yeah, she taught at Berkeley. Okay, that makes sense. But I was not really close to her. I don't even know if I met her. I went to a few of her readings and stuff. So, but couldn't say I was close to Lyn Hejinian. So I'm reading from my life. This might have been the one I've read before at the graveyard. And she died like earlier this year, if I didn't mention that. You spill the sugar when you lift the spoon. My father had filled an old apothecary jar with what he called sea glass, bits of old bottles, rounded and textured by the sea, so abundant on beaches. There is no solitude. It buries itself in ferocity. It is as if one splashed in the water, lost by one tears. My mother had climbed into the garbage can in order to stamp out the accumulated trash, but the can was knocked off balance, and when she fell, she broke her arm. She could only give a little shrug. The family had little money, but plenty of food at the circus. Only the elephants were greater than anything I could have imagined. The egg of Columbus, landscape, and grammar. She wanted one where the playground was dirt with grass shaded by a tree from which would hang a rubber tree. No, would hang a rubber tire as a swing. And when she found it, she sent me. These creatures are compound, and nothing they do should surprise us. I don't mind, or I won't mind, where the verb to care might multiply. The pilot of the little airplane had forgotten to notify the airport of his approach, so that when the lights of the plane in the night were first spotted, the air raid sirens went off, and the entire city on that coast went dark. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, she kind of mixes biography and then just kind of like goes off on a tangent into some other detail and stuff. So if you read like my short story childhood, or there's some poems that which are kind of seem like fake biography, and then and then one word kind of triggers off a whole new section and stuff. So I mean, not that I lifted it from Lyn Hejinian, but I mean, it's a similar technique where instead of using metaphor or rhyme, or you're just kind of you're talking about one thing, and then all of a sudden one word suddenly triggers like another memory or something, and you just want to take that right turn into this new kind of thing. So like this whole book is like that. It's like it's sort of like these childhood memories, and then mixed with other things. So I mean, I don't know how they, yeah, they call it a poetic autobiography, a personal narrative, an ongoing dialogue with the poet and their experience. So I mean, yes, I mean it's an interesting strategy. I mean, I just kind of read. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember if I ever read this book all the way through, but I would just kind of pick up certain sections and I kind of like what she's doing. So this is my tribute to Lyn Hejinian, My Life. I mean, probably some of her other books are better or worth checking out. So when you read my book, remember the as we know the analog body that's just come out. You know, there at least the middle part. There's a lot of references to language poetry. Okay. Um, so on to the next one. It's going to be a surprise. Thanks for listening.